Hi Scorpio, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of January 2025. So I hope you had a lovely Christmas period. What have you got up to? And please like the video to help other Scorpios find it so we can create a Scorpio club. And subscribe if you haven't already. I get around to putting out a reading for every sign, one a month, which is at the moment all I can do because I run three businesses. So I hope that my consistency is enough. What's going on for you in January? Whoa. Wow. I feel like there is a commitment on the table. And a lot of truthful, possibly cutting conversations. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, Scorpio. Oh. So it may be that the person you're dealing with is communicating, but not consistently. Or there's something about needing to balance out the relationship or the conversation or the way things are currently in January being done. There's something about feeling left out in the cold, or feeling heartbroken, or losing faith, a lack of faith in it, and a need to balance that out. And I feel like both of you are wanting clarity, or both of you are feeling heartbroken. Maybe it's that both of you want to be together but can't for some reason, or maybe you're at a distance. 3 of Wands. So commitment is in question, and balancing out the scales is necessary for moving forward. So I feel like you're going to have some conversations in January to address that, of how to move forwards, and looking at travel plans and possibly making a move, or solidifying travel plans, which can be very difficult when traveling takes you away from what you are establishing, where your feet are. But there's something about stability and stubbornness as well, but in a way of being very determined to ground things, or especially financially. And there may be more than one person in the situation who is offering you different forms of relationships. That could be friendship or a work relationship or a romantic relationship. You got both here, both work and romantic. So forming stable relationships of any type needs good communication. I feel like the communication is very much present in this reading. It's very much there in January. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of quick communication, which we're in December now, which is like Gemini, moon in Gemini. So there's a lot of good communication going on, helpful. But there is all the retrograde planets, so apparently things are also discombobulated, or things could be misinterpreted. I keep getting drawn to the window on the Five of Pentacles, which for me is about keeping faith, because the card is about, you know, being left out in the cold, or a lack of faith, or feeling poor, or feeling like your needs aren't met. But the window is like a stained glass window to a church or a place of worship. So it's about keeping the faith. So maybe one or both of you are kind of wobbling in your faith of how this can work, or how this can work out, or there may be someone else or something else getting in the way, because sometimes Three of Swords means a third party, but that can be a third person involved at work that takes the attention. So, and with the Five of Pentacles, that's work. That could be work oriented. It could be not having the funds to travel, and therefore feeling left out. I feel like this is to do with keeping the faith, and justice is to do with a just decision, a decision over how to move forwards in the relationships that you find yourself in. The romantic one is forthcoming with truth and clarity in their words, and is very sincere, but also is also maybe revealing to you their own misfortunes, or things that they're having to deal with and overcome, and they may feel slightly victimized by their circumstances, and they may feel like they've taken on too much. And this may require you to have extra strength, like inner strength, to carry the faith. And it may at times feel like you are carrying the weight of, or the brunt of the relationship, in terms of like energetically. And you may feel like this person avoids and has like excuses lined up, or reasons why they can't, rather than reasons why they can. And this may cause you or force you to move away from them, or from their situation, or from it. I don't know. I see. Because it may feel unbalanced to you. And it may be that they have a lot of responsibilities that they're dealing with at this time. But I feel like that their intentions are very honorable and pure, and I feel like they want to move. They want to move out of some like victim circumstance, or they want to move away from the old part of themselves that was caught up in some kind of drama. They intend to move away from that and to be fair and to give back, and also to move things forwards. There's a very clear trajectory of traveling towards you, Scorpio. Yeah, and healing the past, healing the lack of faith, healing the aspects of themselves that had a victim mentality, or that was looking at things through a lens of something that used to occur. So I feel like there's something is going to be healed and evened out by the end of January, even though the heartbreak is here. And there may still be some kind of strategic planning, or that maybe it's that they have a strategy of how they deal with heartache. I feel like this person really misses you. And that will leave you with a decision, but lots of good communication and a lot of action will occur in January for you around this connection. Ooh, love reading again, Scorpio. It's funny, I don't plan love readings so often, they just happen. It's the highest vibration on the planet, and it's the general collective energy. So wow, that makes sense to what I was saying about the Five of Pentacles. Darkest fears. So when you really, really love someone, I think it's the vulnerability of being all in that is the biggest thing to overcome, because it brings up all your insecurities and your darkest fears about yourself. Like, you end up thinking like, am I good enough? And that can be happening for this person, but it could also be happening for you at some level as well. Feeling not good enough, or wondering if you're good enough, or questioning yourself, or worrying about details, or fretting about things like that. And if you look at this card, this person is all up in their head. Everything's around their head. You can't even see the rest of their body. It's all about the head. So, and number 9, like near completion. So it might feel like something's coming to a head. Also, the things around his head look like planets and the sun, or moons. So the moon cycles. So you might be aware of how your relationship has ebbed and flowed through the moon cycles. And there might be significant times, like a new moon, where you're planting new seeds or ideas of how things can work, or how things could work out. Or it might be like full moon, where you're suddenly communicating lots, and you may have some kind of like wow moment. but however it works, bringing up the darkest fears can work in both of your favor if you're able to be vulnerable and talk things through, because then that brings the opportunity of understanding each other deeper and working through your differences and seeing where you can find common ground and be compassionate towards each other. So that's how you'll get to know yourself as well as getting to know your partner or your friend or your beloved or your sister or brother or whoever it is for you. So yeah, good. But there's good communication in all of your reads, Scorpio. There's a lot of swords here, and that's clear communication. Oracle. Sacred living spirit speaking intervention. Wow. So in facing your darkest fears, it brings you into a more empowered state. 3 and 1, 31. Number 9, number 31, and number 4 may be significant for you in January. And I feel like you are seeking, maybe you're seeking. What am I going to say? You might be seeking guidance from the spiritual realm, and you may be receiving it and translating it into your life, but also assisting others with translating it for their lives. And you may be a living example of what that looks like. You may also be dressing differently in January. You may be kind of moving into a different phase of yourself and presenting yourself differently. And you may be mediating for someone, maybe a friend or in your work. And you may be just doing a great job of connecting to your own spirituality and sharing that with others. So, and facing your own darkest fears and writing them down and burning them, putting them in a big fire to let them go and embrace courage. And you've got strength here as well. So I feel like you're being really courageous about working through your own fears and flipping them on their head. That's great. Thanks for showing up, Scorpio. Take care. Mwah.